Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to talk about something pretty intense. A microscopic worm that has caused blindness and unimaginable suffering for millions of people. It has a life cycle that is, frankly, both complex and terrifying.
So where does this story even begin? Well, funny enough, it's not with the worm itself. It starts with its accomplice, its partner in crime, a tiny black fly that just happens to breed in the same fast-flowing rivers that give this disease its name. And this fly is the carrier of a truly devastating disease. It's a condition that has stolen the sight of millions, inflicting so much suffering that it's earned the chilling name river blindness.
The agent behind all this is a worm called Onchocerca volvulus. It's the primary cause of the disease we know as onchocerciasis.
To really understand the threat, we have to get to know the creature itself. So let's take a closer look at our microscopic antagonist, shall we?
Okay, so this isn't a bacterium or a virus. We're dealing with what's called a nematode, which is really just a type of roundworm. The key thing to realize is that this is a complex animal that has evolved specifically to live inside of us.
And I mean, just look at this classification. Kingdom Animalia. This isn't some simple microbe. We are talking about a complex, multicellular animal with a life cycle that is perfectly, and I mean perfectly, honed for survival inside a human host.
So let's make this super clear. Onchocerca volvulus is a metazoan endoparasite. What does that mean? Well, metazoan just means it's a multicellular animal, not a single-celled thing like a protozoa. An endoparasite means it lives inside its host, not on the surface like a tick. So bottom line, it's a complex animal living its entire adult life deep inside the human body.
You know, even its scientific name tells a story. Onchocerca actually comes from two Greek words, onkos, which means hook, and kerkos, which means tail. Why? Because the male worm literally has a hooked tail that you can see under a microscope. Pretty cool, huh?
All right, now we get to the really fascinating and honestly kind of terrifying part, its life cycle. It's this complex two-host story of transmission.
This diagram here from the CDC shows the whole process, and you can see it's this continuous loop between a human and an insect. We're going to walk through it step by step.
This cycle is just a masterpiece of parasitic evolution. It all starts with a single bite. An infected fly introduces larvae into your skin. Those larvae then grow up into adult worms, and they form these little nodules just beneath the skin. From there, the females unleash millions of microscopic offspring called microfilaria. Then a new black fly comes along, takes a bite, sucks up those microfilaria, and the whole terrifying cycle begins all over again.
So now let's look at what's actually happening inside the human body and why this parasite is so incredibly dangerous. And here's the twist. It's not really the adult worms that cause the most harm.
The true horror of this disease lies with the millions of tiny microfilaria. As they migrate through the body and eventually die, they trigger a massive, massive immune response. This leads to agonizing, debilitating itching and severe skin disfigurement. And when these microfilaria die in the eyes, the inflammation and scarring that follows leads to permanent, irreversible blindness.
And the infection is absolutely relentless. Adult worms can survive inside the human body for up to 15 years. 15 years! A constant source of new microfilariae just fueling the disease year after year.
But this is not a story without hope. For decades, a global community of scientists, doctors, and public health workers have been fighting back against this devastating parasite, and they are making real progress.
So the first step in fighting this disease is, of course, detection. The traditional method is to take a little skin snip and search for microfilariae under a microscope. But today we have way more advanced tools. There are rapid diagnostic tests that can detect antibodies to a specific worm protein, OV16, and these have been a total game changer for large-scale surveillance out in the field.
Now, treatment strategies really depend on where you are in the world. In endemic regions, which are mainly in Africa, the focus is on something called mass drug administration. They treat entire communities with the drug ivermectin to kill the microfilaries and break that cycle of transmission. But in countries like the Netherlands, where cases are rare and usually found in travelers or migrants, treatment is handled on an individual, clinical basis.
We have made incredible progress, but the fight is not over. So let's look at some of the cutting-edge research that could finally lead to a world free from river blindness. A whole new arsenal of weapons is being developed. There's moxidectin, a new drug that's even more effective than ivermectin at clearing out microfilaria.
Then there's doxycycline, which is super clever. It sterilizes the adult worms by killing a symbiotic bacteria they need to reproduce. And of course, the Holy Grail, a preventative vaccine, which is the whole focus of the TOVA initiative.
With all these new tools, sustained funding, and a continued global effort, the complete and total eradication of this ancient scourge really does feel like it's within our grasp.
We've compiled all this information from a whole range of expert sources, including the CDC and recent scientific publications, to give you a comprehensive overview of this really complex topic.
If you found this explainer informative, please subscribe for more deep dives into the world of science and health. We would love to hear your thoughts and any questions you have in the comments below. Thanks for watching.